Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. I'm Stitchin' Shan here on Flosstube and Stitchin' Shan XS over on Instagram. Today is Saturday, October 5th. Thank you so much for joining me for Flosstube number 9. It'll be a little bit of a shorter update today, but I did want to update you guys on my progress and what I've been working on for these past 2 weeks. So getting into it, I'm going to start off with a couple of previous finishes here. This first one, it isn't cross stitch, it is embroidery. And I apologize if there is a glare, so I will try to minimize that. I have no idea what this is called. I think it was a kit I got on Amazon. I did this at the beginning of my stitching journey altogether. So the fabric is wrinkled. But if you look, that first hanging basket is a heck ton of French knots. So I love this guy. It's super cute nonetheless. I hang this up. My downstairs bathroom is greenery themed. I have some shelving units with some fake plants on it. So I just feel like this fit the theme when I bought my home, and I love hanging that up in there. And then the next one was actually a request. It normally, not when it's not in the season, the Easter season, it sits behind me on that bookshelf back there. And a couple of videos ago, someone had asked to see this. So by request, I will go ahead and show you guys this bunny. This piece was, I pulled it up on my iPad here. It's a Stitching with the Housewives. It was a freebie chart that came with the Carrot Patch Roundabout. So that's the main chart that you purchase. And then what I had stitched was the bonus that came with it. And this is called Bunny Ears. That's the stitching up close. I believe that is, I want to say that's a 27 count Linda from Fat Quarter Shop. I used all the called for colors. This bunny is from the local antique consignment shop in my town. I just thought it was perfect. And then I just added some cute ribbons and some little flowers in the middle. And then around Easter time, that's why I stitched this up. This works perfectly, is I have this little, it's called the Woobles. That was how I learned to crochet. These are actually the only things I've crocheted so far are Woobles. But this is a little chick with the little bunny headband on. So it's perfect. These sit together around Easter. So by request, that's what this is that normally is sitting behind me that you might have seen in the background. So super, super cute. And then I did have a new start last weekend that turned into a fully finished as well. So I was thrilled about that. It's another Stitching with the Housewives freebie chart. So I did pull this up again on my iPad. The chart that you purchase is called Black Cats and Spooky Bats. And that's what that looks like. And then it came with the bonus freebie chart that I stitched up, which is called It's Freaking Bats. And it's super cute. And this is my fully finish. Absolutely perfect in that little black bat frame. It has a stand, so super easy to display and put up for the season. I stitched this. This was one of the fabrics that last week I had showed you guys that mystery box from Volcano Stitching that I had purchased. It was a Halloween mystery box. This was one of those fabrics, so I don't know what it's called because again, it was a mystery. But I know that it is a 28 count Lugana, which was perfect because the Housewives do everything on 28 count. And this frame I had purchased before this chart even came out. I was at my best friend for my birthday a couple months ago. We always get each other Home Goods gift cards. So I was at Home Goods just shopping around, wanting to spend my gift card, and I came across, and I'll show you a couple other frames that I got as well, but they had this on an end cap in the Halloween section. And it was $3.99, I think. And I was like, well, that's cute. You know, I'll hang on to it. Maybe a chart will come up. And then literally next Friday, a week later, they came out with this bat chart. And I'm like, and their things are 4x4 and this is 4 inches. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I started it last Sunday afternoon, actually, while my son was napping. And then I almost had it finished by the time we were ready to get in bed at night around like 9:30. Had a couple more things to do. So the next day on my lunch break from work, I did the French knots and I got it all finished up. It was super quick. I just used the round sticky board that you can buy pre-cut from Fat Quarter Shop because I'm not gonna lie, I would have no idea how to cut sticky board in a circle. I don't even want to go there. So you can buy the rounds in certain different sizes that they have available. So purchase that. It fit right in there and I love it. And it's sitting on my console table in my living room with some other Halloween decorations because I've officially decorated my whole house for Halloween. So that's kind of a relief because getting all the bins up, it can be a lot. So that was exciting. And then I will go into what I've been working on. So for a bunch of days, I want to say I worked on this for like, it could be a little less than a week. Yeah, definitely less than a week because I think there's five whips here, 6, 5. So first I just really got into Bucks County Farm Stand. This is a Jan Lynn kit. I'm stitching it with everything from the kit. So it's a 14 count Aida. I believe it's DMC threads that came with it. I purchased the kit with a 40% off coupon from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. And I just really got into this. So let me see if I can pull this out without messing anything up. Oh, I always forget to bring something up to like hold behind stuff. But that's where I went. I went down here in this corner and I got a lot of that rock wall done. Actually, I got all of the rock wall done. And then now I'm going in between the wagon and the rock wall, and there's going to be some grass there. So I know I had lofty goals in the last video. I was like, if I could finish this and put it on the ta-da table at the Stitch New England retreat, that's not gonna happen, but that's okay. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the colors. I love working on it. Once you get used to the chart, and maybe that's the problem with switching around with different things, once you get like in that flow and the vibe of working with this chart and you start to recognize the symbols and you're like, oh, okay, that's what this one is, it just goes so much faster. But I feel like when I start switching around and working on different things, it takes you, as everybody probably knows, you know, it takes you a minute to be like, you know, wait, what symbols are this? What was I doing here? What was going on? It's almost like reading a book. You know, if you put it down for a long time, it's going to take you a while to be like, what character was that? That kind of thing. So, but once I got in like the ebb and the flow of it, it was great. Love working on that one. I will continue working on that one for sure. And then I think last weekend, I also had, yeah, this was last weekend or Thursday night, Friday night, I had a new start as well. And I've never stitched this designer before, but I came across her Instagram and I was just mesmerized. Everything was so beautiful, all of her setups, her decorations, everything. So I was just perusing her Etsy shop, and I know that you can purchase her patterns on 123 Stitch as well. But Homespun Elegance. This is Halloween Sampler 1. I just love how prim that is. And it says, designs that reflect our American heritage is what she puts at the bottom. I love that. This is beautiful. It's so cute. And I did not have all of the called for colors, so I just kind of pulled my own. If you're interested in knowing the colors that I'm using, send me an email. I will have that linked down below with my Instagram as well, or you could send me a DM on Instagram. That would be fine. But this is what I have so far. It's so cute. It's just a super fun stitch. The little motifs. So I don't think it looks too far off from her picture. I tried to pull colors that looked decently similar. I didn't want it to look too different. And I love the frame she used. So this one, I would probably consider getting this professionally framed just so I could find something, you know, because obviously they have a wider selection of frames that you can choose from, you know, more ornate, Halloween-y, vintage, just to kind of match that, because I just absolutely love the way that it looks. And this is stitched on, oh, I should have looked up the name of this. I know this is 32 count. It's Atomic Ranch. I'll link it down below because it's behind me. So I don't know the colorway of this fabric, but I do know that it's a 32 count. And I think it might even have shrunk a little bit smaller than that, because this is as wide as it's gonna be. So it's tiny, but it's really, really cute. I'm absolutely loving it. And I was thinking about it, and if you look at the chart, the lines in between are stitched. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I might leave that off, because I feel like when it's all stitched up, like you're gonna get the gist that it says Halloween with the letters. So I don't feel the need to make it look like it's like an Excel spreadsheet. I deal with enough of that at work. Don't need to be dealing with it in my stitching as well. So I don't know, might leave that off. Oh, and the other thing about this too is there are really, really cute buttons on it. So if anyone knows, I know the only button company I know of is just another button company, But if anyone knows of a place where I can buy really cute Halloween buttons, like do I just search Halloween buttons on Etsy? I tried that and all I found was just, you know, like orange and purple, like bright colored. I'm looking for like those cute, antique, ornate, like that's a button in the middle, that's a pumpkin, there's a little like rusty star up there. If anyone knows where I could find buttons like that, I looked in her Etsy shop to see if she sold them. I don't think she does. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find anything, so I'm in the market for some ornate, rusty buttons. So if anyone has any ideas of where I could find that, please let me know, because that definitely, I feel like it completes the look. And then I went rogue. If anyone follows me on Instagram, I posted this the other night. I just love this chart so much. It needed some love. Needed some love, and it was an expensive one to kit up, so I'm like, I want to work on this. This is High Tide by Rosewood Manor. It's not summer right now. We are in October. It's getting colder. It's just darker later at night, or darker earlier, darker later within the morning. I don't know. I haven't been to the beach in forever, but maybe that's why I wanted to just pull it back out. It's so pretty. It's so fun to stitch. And I actually got quite a bit done. So I'm proud of myself there. Let me see. I'll just hold it like this. The fabric itself is really big, but I'll fold it so you can see the stitching here. If I could hold it up the right way, that would help. So that's how big it will be. But I love the ombre. That's so pretty. Okay, so now I'll fold it. That way you won't see through the holes. And that's where I'm at. I don't even think I'm an eighth of the way done because it's so, so big. But look how pretty. And I just wanna, I tried to even get this, like, that is Krynic, that like white silvery. I did this motif. I did this motif, this little seashell. Say that 10 times fast. I did this red one. I did these 3 fishes, and there is some Krynic in there. It reminds me of the book, The Rainbow Fish, with his shiny scales. And then I did these 3 S's. I think they're S's. You know, my name starts with, I'm gonna call it an S. Maybe it's something else sea themed. I don't know, I'm calling them S's, but super, super cute. And these first 2 S's are in Krynic too. So I love this, you guys. And this one, I know I've probably said it before, but it's gonna be a rarity for me because I stitch to decorate my home. I don't live in a beach house. For some reason, this just calls to me because this isn't normally something that I would decorate my home with, because I feel like if you do decorate beachy, I do in one of my bathrooms. I'm not gonna lie, one of my bathrooms is beach themed, but like if you decorate your main home for the beach and you don't live on the beach, I feel like it's kind of weird. Don't come at me, that's just me. If you decorate your home beachy and you don't live on the beach and that brings you joy, absolutely. It's just not my thing because I feel like it doesn't go with where I live. So I don't know where I will hang this when I eventually finish it someday. I don't know, but I just love it. And it just, sometimes you come across those pieces that it's fun to not just stitch to decorate your home. This is bringing me joy just working on it. Every stitch is fun. Every time I get a motif done, I'm excited. I love looking at it. I love working with the different threads and looking at the colors. It's just been an absolute joy. And I feel like sometimes it's rare because we tend to just, you know, I want to get it done, stitch, stitch, stitch. And it's a hobby, you know, not a job. So we want to have fun with what we're doing. So I love that one. I want to continue working on that as much as I can because if I could get that done for next summer, that would be great. And then the second to last whip that I had, it's a little pathetic. This is my stitch along. This is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Witchy Way. I need to get going. The next and final release comes out. This is a mystery stitch along, so I don't have a cover page, so I apologize. The next release for this comes out, I think it's October 9th, and that one's gonna be big because I only got half of this spells building done. As you can see, I'm not even done with the roof yet. There's some orange that will go in there. And the next release is really, really big. There's a tiny house that will go on this side, and then there's another bigger house over here. So not just getting one house next time, we're getting 2. And that's it. That will be the last release, and then, you know, you're on your own. So I want to finish this. Once you get going, it's quick. It's an easy chart to read. It's in color. There's not that many colors that came with it. I think there's like 15 tops. So it's not like you're pulling from like, you know, 30, 40, 50 colors like some patterns call for, but it's cute. I need to get going. My problem, and maybe some of you agree with me, it's just barely October, but I feel like I've been stitching on fall and Halloween since like August now that I'm like ready to switch to Christmas. I don't know why. I just want to pull out all the Christmas things now. I'm looking at different like designers' Christmas charts online to see what I can purchase. I'm just kind of ready to get in that Christmas vibe. But what I really need to do is stitch Thanksgiving too, because I do not have a lot of Thanksgiving stitching to show. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's where I'm gonna kind of go to now. But last night I pulled back out Hilda Boo and Sunflowers 2 by Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle and Thread. I love this one, but it is a little bit more of a challenge because I am stitching this. It's the called for fabric, but I'm doing it in a high or a lower count, I should say. It calls for 40 count 18th century Blackbird by R&R. I am doing this on the same color, so the 18th century Blackbird by R&R, but I'm doing it in a 36 count, and this is the highest count of fabric I've ever done. Ooh. And so last night, my husband and I were watching the movie Twitches on Disney Plus, and I finished this bee, and then I finished all of the white in her apron. So I think I made some decent progress. The witch is obviously the biggest main part of this pattern. Once I get her done, the rest of it should be easy peasy. It's just finishing Boo, getting that cute sunflower stalk that she's holding, and then finishing up the little motifs, the pumpkins. Not too bad. So I would definitely like to finish this. This is on my list that before Halloween, I'd like to get that done. I don't want to be taking these smaller projects into next Halloween with me because, you know, there's no reason that I can't finish this up now. So just got to stay focused. So those were all of my whips, and we're only 17 minutes in. So this is going to be a shorter video, but again, I just wanted to come on and show my progress because I am ramping up to go to the Stitch New England retreat here in like a week and a half, which is crazy. So I do have a little bit of haul, nothing crazy. I was pretty good these past couple of weeks. But I did hit up Hobby Lobby, and they were doing 40% off all their fall stuff, which was great. And on kind of the embroidery theme, I showed that embroidery piece at the beginning of the video. I picked up this little embroidery kit. That's so cute. It says give thanks with the little pumpkin. And as I just mentioned, I do not have a lot of Thanksgiving stitching. I think I only have one little small Thanksgiving just because I tend to focus on the fall, the Halloween, and then move right on to Christmas. So I feel like this could go up in fall. You could keep it up for Halloween. Yeah, you could keep it up for Halloween, but keep it up for Thanksgiving as well, just with that give thanks sentiment in there. And this was so cheap. It was $4.49 and then 40% off. So comes with everything you need. I think it's, yes, it is a stamped fabric, which will make it easier because I'm not the best at embroidery. So that'll help just so I know where to go. But yeah, just a cute little fun project. So I would love to get that done. I might even keep it in the hoop when I display it. That's super cute. And then my new start, I had shown that chart from Homespun Elegance. I did receive or purchase one other chart from her. This is called Pumpkins Aplenty. I haven't even opened it yet. She makes it so like this isn't, yeah, this is like, once you open it, it's open. You can't reseal it kind of thing. So I haven't opened it. I haven't looked at it, but it's so cute. Look at those little guys. Does this one have a button too? It does. There's like a little moon button on it. She's got to have buttons that she sells if a lot of her charts have buttons on them. Oh, and those stars are little buttons too. You guys, lead me in the right direction. See those stars? Those are all little charms, I should say, little charms that she put on with that moon. That makes it. You know, you can't stitch it without that. I mean, I guess you could use Krynic and maybe do like Smyrna stitches or something, but I want to replicate that. How cute. Charms and buttons. Lead me in the right direction. I would really appreciate that. And then the last thing, I was super excited because for some reason, I always forget that this is coming. I got my newest edition of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is the Christmas issue. I am not going to flip through everything because I just received this yesterday, so I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But there was one chart, and it's the last chart in it. I just couldn't stop staring at it. I need to go through my stash because this is one that I could definitely start tomorrow. I absolutely love it. Let me fold this over so I'm not showing. It says the designer is Tracy Richards of Wrought Iron Stitching. And this is my favorite in the issue. I love that. The little tiered tray with the mug, and then it says baked with love. There's a recipe book, some cute cakes, a present, a gingerbread man holding a candy cane. I don't know. It looks like she had purchased these. Let me see what it says. These are little, they look like little cookie cutters that she attached. So one on the top of the tray and then one's across the bottom. I don't know if I would do that or not. Still up in the air. I first have to pull the floss. Just make sure I have all that. And then it says that the piece that she finished it on is from Paisleys and Polka Dots. So I've heard of them before. This is something I could definitely do. And I love the way that's displayed. How stinking cute. Whether you put it in your kitchen, your dining room. I just love it. And if I could show it, I don't want to show the chart. I'll try to cover it with my hand or just do this. She also includes, if you don't necessarily want to stitch the bigger piece, you can do this cute small. So she takes part of the chart and just makes it a little ornament for you. But I'm into the big one. Not that it's that big. The design size is 5 5/8 by 4 5/8 if you stitch it on 32 count. So that's not that big, but I would stitch the bigger one instead of the smaller one just because. Oh. So that was my favorite. If you haven't received that yet, and that was a little bit of a spoiler, I'm sorry. I just had to show you guys that because I might start that. Even if I could just pull similar colors. That is so cute. I absolutely love it. And then the last couple of things that I wanted to show you guys, I guess just some finishing pieces that I had picked up. So with that, it's Freaking Bats chart that I told you guys about when I went to Home Goods. I picked up 2 other cute frames when I was there. So I got that for $3.99. I think this one was $4.99, but in the same Halloween section. So cute. Oops. Ooh, I'm ripping it open. I'm ruining things here. That's okay. But it has the little stand on the back. So cute. This is also 4x4, but instead of being a circle, it's a square. So could easily find other cute charts, Halloween charts to stitch and get put in there. Love that one. And then the last one, this is more fall. This one was a little bit more expensive because it's bigger. I think this is a 4x6 frame. This was, I think, $6.99. So super cheap, very affordable. Just the cute pumpkins in there. Gold with kind of the white paint over it to make it look more ornate. I loved it. Again, it has the cute frame. No idea what I will stitch and put in there, but I'm the type of person that when I find things like this, even if I don't know what I will stitch in there, I just like to have it because designers are coming out with charts all the time. There's always new things. So, you know, just to be able to pull from what you have to finish something, it just makes it easier. And then the last thing I had gotten was from the local consignment antique shop in my town. So sorry, you probably won't be able to find this. They called this an earring holder, which it absolutely could be, but I saw cross stitch when I looked at it. This was $8 in this cute frame. And they had put some like fencing, wiring, whatever you want to call it. And then there's little hooks at the bottom. And it's kind of like the last frame where it was gold and you can tell that the person painted over it with white and then distressed it to make it look ornate and old. So I don't know the exact dimensions of this, but just a cute, I don't know what kind of piece, fall maybe? I don't know, anything. It's just really cute. If you don't want to have these hooks on the bottom, they do untwist and come out. But I feel like even if I stitched something on magnets that was seasonal and I switched it out and then used these hooks to hang different smalls or, you know, just cute seasonal pieces from that, it's so cute. So I just wanted to share that, maybe if, you know, give people ideas or inspiration. But that was everything. So a little bit of a shorter video. We're at about 25 minutes. That's okay. Other than that, it's ramping up for the Stitch New England retreat. That is from October 17th to the 19th. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, all of the things, but it'll be fine. I'm just hoping everyone's very kind and welcoming since I'm going alone. That's okay. I'm gonna miss my little guy. I know I'm probably gonna be like a little homesick on that first night. I've never spent the night away from him. Oh, and his birthday's coming up. His birthday's on October 13th. So looking forward to that. My sister and her wife live down in Florida with their little girl, so they are coming up next week, so I will get to see them on Friday, so that's exciting. So it's just a lot of fun stuff coming up, a lot in the works. I'm getting ready to ramp up my Christmas stitching, so when I come back, it will be after the Stitch New England retreat, probably in about 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully I will have a lot of progress because I'm just gonna stitch, 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 hopefully, fingers crossed, all weekend long. A lot of haul. I'm sure I'm gonna go crazy and swipe my credit card too many times because I have no self-control. And then I'm gonna pull out my Christmas stitching. So we will see how it all goes. I hope that everyone has had a great couple of weeks. And I hope that you're stitching and having an awesome time, having good luck at work if you're working. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Happy stitching. Bye.